Hi friends, today we show you how play to cribbage. This game is designed for 2 or 3 players. To play, you will need a cribbage board with pegs and a standard 52 card deck. Objective of the game. The goal is to be the first player to score 121 points. Setup. Place out the pegboard for keeping score. Place 2 pegs of each color into the 0 or resting spots on the board. Next, you need to select the first dealer. For this, shuffle a standard deck of 52 cards and set it on the table. Take turns cutting the cards and revealing the bottom card of the section you picked up. Whoever has the card with the lowest value becomes the dealer, and the other player becomes the pawn. Kings are the highest value cards, and aces have the lowest value. Shuffle and deal 6 cards to each player. The dealer places the deck face down on the table. You can look at your own cards, but keep them hidden from the other player so they don't know what's in your hand. Each player chooses 2 cards to discard face down to form the crib. Choose 2 cards that you don't want to keep in your hand and keep the cards that will earn you points in your hand. You will learn how to earn points below. Srib will be an extra hand for the dealer, and it will be used at the end of the round. Next, the player cuts the deck, and the dealer draws a card and places it face up. This card is called the starting card. Both players can use the start card to make combos and score points with their hands at the end of the round. It is important to remember that if the starting card is a jack, the dealer immediately receives 2 points, known as his fives. He then moves the furthest peg forward by 2 spaces. Each player has 2 pegs. One peg represents their current score, while the other represents their old score. Each hole represents 1 point. For example, if you receive 5 points, move your farthest back peg in front of your current score peg by the number of points scored. Gameplay. Beginning with the non-dealer, the players take turns playing single cards. In this stage of the game, the combined total pip value of the cards played by both players is counted, starting from 0 and adding the value of each card as it is played. This total must not exceed 31. Each card has its own value. Aces are worth 1. Numbered cards are worth their face value, and face cards are worth 10. As each card is played, the player announces the running total. For example, the non-dealer plays a 4 and says 4. The dealer plays in 5 and says 9. The non-dealer plays a king and says 19, and so on. If you're not able to play a card without going over the limit of 31 points, tell the other player "go" to signal you're out for the current count. If they still have cards they can legally play, they must play as many of the cards as they can. If you played the last card closest to 31, then score 1 point. If any player still has cards, flip the cards that have been played face down and start the count over at 0. Continue taking turns starting with the player who said "go." At this stage of the game, it is important to score as many points as possible by combining your cards with those played by your opponent. So, let's take a look at how points are scored. Playing a card to get the total exactly to 15 or 31 scores you 2 points. Playing the last card in a round that doesn't equal 31 gives you 1 point. If you make a pair by matching the last card your opponent played, get 2 points. If your opponent has another matching card, they'll earn 6 points. If you're able to play the 4th card of the same value, you move forward 12 points. Playing a card that creates or continues a run of 3 or more cards of consecutive rank gives you points equal to the number of cards in that run. The cards in the run do not have to be played in the exact consecutive order to count. But if another card is played interrupting the run before it is complete, then no points are scored. Once both players have played all their cards, it's showtime, where we count points in our hands and the crib. We'll score them in a set order. First the non-dealer's hand, then the dealer's hand, and finally the dealer's crib. Start by looking for all the combinations of cards that total 15. Like in the play, whenever your cards add up to exactly 15, you snag 2 points. If you got 2 cards of the same rank, you get 2 points. 3 of a kind, it's 6 points. 4 of a kind, 12 points. Any sequence of 3 or more cards, regardless of suit, scores you 1 point per card. All of the cards in your hand are the same suit? That's a flush, and it's worth 4 points. If the starting card is of the same suit as the cards in your hand, you receive 5 points. If even one card in your hand is of a different suit, the flush does not count. Keep playing rounds and alternating dealers until someone crosses the 121 mark on their track. Use the promo code QUEEN20YT and get a 20% discount on any of our game. To order, go to the site. Link in the description to the video. Well guys, if you liked it, subscribe to the channel and leave comments. Bye everyone.